Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to WWE News and Rumors. I'm your host, Mr. Brandon Hodge. So this video right here is brought to you by SeatGeek. So if you guys are looking for tickets for any event in the entire world, it doesn't even have to be a wrestling show, it can be any show in the world. Need a ticket for it? Go to SeatGeek, use code Hodge, and save you guys $20 off your tickets. Now this is for first time orders only. So if you used SeatGeek before, just make a new account and you can still use the code and save yourselves $20 off of your tickets. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to jump into this episode with the first news story of the day. The first news story of the day is going to be about the game himself, Triple H. So Triple H, this was very interesting. So this one has been confirmed by the WWE. WWE's new head of creative is Triple H. So this is good. This is very good. A lot of people are happy about this. A lot of people are very excited about this. Vince McMahon is no longer the head of creative. Triple H is. Vince McMahon is no longer part of the WWE. So if you guys have been living under a rock, you don't know the news, Vince McMahon is retired. He's officially retired from the WWE. And the reason I'm even talking about this is because I know some people watch these new series just to keep updated on the show because they can't watch every single week. They don't know what's going on. They watch this to keep updated. So yeah, Vince McMahon is officially retired. It happened after I filmed the last news episode, so I uploaded like a breaking news episode with a freaking iPhone video, which I hate doing, but they're very fast to upload to keep you guys updated on the news. But yeah, Vince McMahon no longer part of the WWE. It has now been given to Stephanie McMahon as well as this Nick Khan guy, the co-thing. The reason I call him the Nick Khan, I don't know much about the guy. I wish I would know more about the guy. I really don't know. All I know is he's been working for WWE for a very long time. He's been in the corporate side of things, and Vince apparently was close to him, and he's left him as a co-CEO as well as Stephanie McMahon. But Triple H has been placed as the head of creative by Stephanie, so Triple H will be making all the final decisions on creative and what is happening on our televisions every single week. So that's a very big news. He did great things with NXT when he was running NXT, so I'm sure he'll do a great job with the main roster. I'm excited to see what the future holds. As much as it was Vince McMahon, right? Like he changed the whole industry and made WWE what it is today. You know, when you're doing that for so long, sometimes you have some bad ideas. Sometimes you have some good ideas. Sometimes you get a little disconnected from the younger generations and stuff like that. And I think Triple H is more closely connected with that, and we might see some changes that might be on the more entertaining side. We might see some more surprises and stuff. So I'm sure Triple H is going to do great in this position. I can't wait to see what changes we're going to see on the WWE television coming in the coming weeks. But ladies and gentlemen, Triple H is now the head of creative. All right, the next news story. The next news story is about WWE stock. So WWE is a publicly traded company. I know this is boring. Not too many people care about this, but basically, WWE stock prices like skyrocket. I don't want to say skyrocketed, but it's risen since they announced Triple H as the head of creative, and they announced that Vince McMahon has stepped down, and now Triple H and Stephanie are kind of running the whole thing, as well as Nick Khan. So the stock has been up. It's up about at the time of this recording, it's up about almost 10%, I believe. But it could go up more. But it's still this is a good increase. We're about $72 a share right now, which is very good. I know not too many people are in the stock news or whatever, so I'll just like glide over this. But yeah, anyway, WWE from a corporate aspect is doing very well since they announced these changes. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, those are the only confirmed news stories I talked to you guys about today. So go and get your juice boxes out. Get your juice boxes ready, because ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to talk about some juicy rumors. So the first rumor is about Liv Morgan, our SmackDown Women's Champion, Liv Morgan. So basically, what is the deal with her? Like, they overlooked her for so long, and then they had her win Money in the Bank. It's like, oh my god, and take it one step further, they cashed in the Money in the Bank briefcase the same night, and win against Ronda freaking Rousey, and become the SmackDown Women's Champion. This is like overnight, like, success out of nowhere. She's been working for this for a very long time. She's been busting her ass for a very long time to get this shot. But what is with WWE just randomly finally giving it to her? Well, apparently this, for many reasons. I mean, they've always like Liv. They wanted to give her a shot eventually, but the timing for as of doing it right now was actually down to them feeling like they didn't have too many top babyface women stars they could use right now on the SmackDown brand. They had Naomi and Sasha Banks walk out, and those were two people that could have had babyface runs on SmackDown for the championship in the future, but they walked out. So they felt like they needed to create another large main event babyface star on SmackDown, and this is why Liv got her championship and became champion, at least right now with the timing. Alright, the next rumor is about the rated R superstar. This is about Edge. So Edge is actually I don't want to say scheduled, but Edge is rumored to be returning tonight on Monday Night Raw. Tonight's Raw, of course, is the final Raw before SummerSlam 2022. Tonight's Raw will be a special one because it is in Madison Square Garden in New York City, the most famous arena in the world and the most famous WWE arena in the whole world. Of course, Allstate Arena pops in my head also, but let's just put that as a close second. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, yeah, it's happening there tonight. Edge is rumored to be returning. Of course, they had these little vignettes, and we're thinking they're for Edge because all the little Easter eggs that are in the, I don't know if it's Easter eggs, they're not hard to find, but all the little different items they put in it is like from Edge's past, so it's like, it's for Edge, right? And Edge is coming back apparently tonight as the Rated R Superstar. It's not a new gimmick or anything, it's either Rated R Superstar, but tonight Monday Night Raw. Now, take that with a grain of salt, they could definitely change the plans, even if that was the plan. Of course, this is a rumor, take it with a grain of salt, but the rumor is saying Edge will be back tonight with a return as the Rated R Superstar. Alright, the next rumor, speaking of returns, this was about Bayley. So Bayley, we've now had the 1 year anniversary since Bayley has been on our television sets. She had a crazy ACL injury, I believe she had a surgery in that, and yeah, she's been out for a very long time, but also there's rumors saying she's been cleared for a little while, like they just kind of been waiting on the right opportunity to do this. And Bayley's actually scheduled to be in Nashville for SummerSlam. Now, she's scheduled to be there in Nashville for SummerSlam. That doesn't mean she's definitely going to be on the show. She's going to be in Nashville, though. But they could add her to the show. She could be on the show. There's some rumors going around saying Bayley's going to return at some point during the show. And we'll have to wait and see what's going to happen. Bayley returned to SummerSlam this coming weekend. It's very interesting. I don't know what she could do. Is she returning as a babyface? Is she returning as a heel? I think she may be returning as a heel, but sometimes when they go away for a while, they'll kind of flip-flop and come back as a baby. But I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. But Bayley very well could be returning this weekend at SummerSlam. All right, the next rumor. The next rumor is about Vince McMahon. So Vince McMahon, this is a very large deal. Now, I never thought... I mean, I can't say... Well, I never really did think I would see Vince McMahon actually retire. Like, just walk away off into the sunset and be like, that's it, my time is up here. And, yeah, don't screw it up or whatever. I just see him walk off into the sunset. I never really thought I would see that. I just thought Vince would kind of just be there like always until he absolutely could not do it any longer. But him just walking off into the sunset, it's just crazy. And then we're kind of living in this what if scenario because like when I was like a teenager growing up watching WWE, it was always you talk with your friends who watched WWE with you, and you're like, what if Vince retired or Vince passed away or something, or Vince just couldn't do this any longer? What would happen? Like, I guess Vince and, Triple H and Stephanie would take it over and just do that, and I guess Triple H would be the head of creative and Stephanie kind of do the corporate behind the scenes aspect of things, and here we are, we're in reality. That what if scenarios came absolute reality and it's actually happened. Vince McMahon has walked off into the sunset. Triple H, head of creative, Stephanie McMahon doing behind the scenes stuff. I'm sure she'll be on television sometimes too, but she's having to manage a lot. I'm sure Nick Khan's doing a lot of the behind the scenes stuff too, but yeah, it's just crazy the world we're living in right now. But basically, the rumor, I have a question that the rumor will answer. So the question is, when did Vince McMahon know he was retiring? When did he know he was going to walk off into the sunset? Well, apparently he knew about 7 to 10 days before the announcement, so like, literally, it wasn't like a far out kind of thing, it was like a week of. He knew it, and they actually announced it late Friday on purpose because they did not want to, pretty much it was for the stock because the stock market closed. They didn't want the stock dropping or whatever, so they announced it then so they couldn't say like Vince McMahon retires and then like all the stock would be like, oh, Vince retires, he's like the main guy here, no, sell my stocks, I don't want them anymore. But then they kind of waited for that and they wanted to announce the Triple H, head of creative, Stephanie and Nick Khan and all that and make it look really good. And it actually turned out really well for them because the stock didn't drop at all. It like actually went up quite a bit. So yeah, that was the reason for the announcement. But apparently Vince McMahon knew himself about a week out. I'm gonna retire at the end of this week. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the final news show. This is the final rumor, the final thing we talked about inside this episode of WWE News Rumors. This one is about the Beast incarnate of Brock Lesnar. Okay, so when it was Friday. Okay, so this past Friday was a crazy news day. So I researched all the news that was happening, and then I filmed my episode of WWE News. I uploaded it, and it was nothing crazy. We're talking about maybe when Theory was going to cash in, stuff like that. It was just like normal stuff. Upload the video. After the video's up like half an hour, it all starts hitting the fan. Like Vince McMahon, head of WWE, WWE pretty much I can't even say creator, but he put it where it was today because it was his dad's company. Of course, he took over, but he turned into a whole different thing. So you might as well say creator. But basically, that came out, and then it came out like an hour after that. Brock Lesnar has walked out of SmackDown. He is no longer dealing with them anymore because Brock Lesnar has always said in his interviews and stuff, I deal with Vince. I deal with Vince only. I don't deal with anyone else, and I won't deal with anyone else. So basically, Brock walked out when he heard the news. All the talent was super shocked with the news of Vince McMahon just retiring, and they had no idea what was going on. They were just confused, shocked. Brock walks out, like, Vince isn't here. Vince is the one I deal with. I'm leaving. So he left. Everyone's freaking out because they already put out the emails that Brock Lesnar on SmackDown tonight. Do not miss it. Brock Lesnar opening segment of SmackDown. SmackDown comes on. It's Stephanie. It's not Brock. Stephanie announces Vince retires. Still no Brock. Last segment, Brock comes back. So there was the rumors going around of saying that Brock walked out and then Brock showed up at the very end. And of course, there's all these like people calling these people who reported these rumors, which I actually didn't because I didn't have time because I already uploaded so much that day. I'm like, I'm not doing that. This isn't confirmed or anything. But basically, Brock did walk out. These people were not lying. A bunch of the people were calling the people liars who said Brock walked out. Brock actually did walk out, okay? And I don't blame the guy at all. It was very predictable. Like, Brock only deals with Vince. Vince isn't there. Brock's not there. Brock leaves. Like, that's completely predictable. But apparently, powers that be were able to get in contact with Brock, talk it out, come up with some kind of solution, and Brock is back. He came back to the arena and was actually able to do the show. They had to rewrite the whole show by like 7 p.m. because Brock like walked out. So it's a really, really crazy situation. Now, my question about this whole Brock thing, Brock always dealt with just Vince. Is he happy with dealing with these people? He's dealing with now whoever it may be, Triple H or Stephanie or whoever it may be. Is he happy dealing with them? Or is it just kind of an agreement being like, just as a courtesy to Vince, I will work the program, I will do SummerSlam, but after SummerSlam, I'm gone. I'm not coming back here because Vince is no longer here. Vince is the one I dealt with. So that's the question. Is Brock doing something after SummerSlam? Or SummerSlam is that the last time we're going to see Brock Lesnar? I have no idea. We'll just have to wait and see. But that's a kind of an update. Yeah, Brock did walk out last Friday, but they were able to get him back. And it's just a crazy situation. It's literally like crazy, like the craziest news and rumors like situation in WWE history. Like Vince McMahon's gone. Like that's the biggest news story you could ever have, pretty much. So it's just crazy. And the future of WWE is up in the air. I don't want to say it's up in the air. Like they're still gonna have a future, but at the same time, it's gonna be very, very different going forward. All the Vince things, like we have to call these championship titles. We can no longer call them belts. This is sports entertainment. It's not wrestling. All those things kind of go out the window with these new people who are running it. Of course, they've been right by Vince, but they're not gonna keep doing things the way Vince always did. So things are gonna be changing. Things are gonna be different. I'm excited to see what the future holds. Hopefully, you guys are too. But that's just my message here. And that's it. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for this episode of WWE News and Rumors. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Let me know your thoughts on all these news stories and rumors in the comment section down below. But ladies and gentlemen, I am your king of Vlog Style, Brandon Hodge, and I will see you guys in the next video.